Hello and welcome to a Talk IT to IT tutorial. What we're going to be talking about today is the creation of a registration application system, and to do this we're going to use the MVC4 web platform. Now what this is Model View Controller 4. It's easy scalable and can be easily tested as well, and it's being used more so now in industry, hence the reason for teaching it. Now what we're going to do is just show you the website. Okay, this is the Talk IT website, so this has all of the code on it for YouTube. Some of you may be on this right now. If you're on YouTube, it's a good idea just to come to the website, as it will help save you a lot of time, and it will also help explain in a bit more detail what exactly I'm going to be doing. But firstly I'm going to show you the working application before we go any further. So this is the working application, so please enter your name. Okay, I'm called Stephen, so hence the name. I'm going to call myself Little Stevie, quite like that. The password, and then we're going to do the email address now. So that@.co.uk. There you go, username, password, email address, and then return to welcome page. So that's that. Now what we're going to be building this in is Visual Studio 2012. So go to this, and you can get this from Microsoft online. Easy, it's free. Okay, new project. So what I've done is I've gone into Visual C# Web ASP.NET MVC4 Web Application, and I'm going to call this registration new, and click OK. Now you can be given a few options. So what I want you to do is select empty and check that it's on ASP.X engine, and then click OK. Now what you're going to be presented with is a completely empty application. So if I just show you over here, we've got the controllers folder, models folder and views folder over there. Just back out of that. Now the first thing we're going to do is add a controller class, and what that does in terms of the model view controller architecture is it allows you to process the user input, and it pretty much is the application logic, and then it will process the data to be displayed back to the user, also called a view. So I'm going to quickly add one of those. So add, as you see I right click to that, and then I'm going to click controller there, and we're going to call this one home controller and empty MVC controller there. Click add, and as you can see what we've got there is a method called index, and it's going to return a view. And what views are used for is effectively they render the model objects over here in models, which we'll go on to later in Lab 2. Is effectively HTML, and they have no code behind them. It's just purely HTML, just complete display. So first thing that I'm going to show you is I'm just going to quickly run that, just show you what it will be. So completely nothing. Now the reason it's done this is because I have yet to create the view, and I'll show you exactly how to do that now. So what I want you to do is right click here, click add view, and then you want to choose index as the name, and you want to have ASP.X C# there. Don't use a layout or master page, and then I want you just to click add. Now as I said, this is the HTML, really simple, and what I'm going to be doing is just copying it from a previous application that I've already made beforehand, just to save a bit of time here. Now if I just quickly run you through this as well, what we've got is the HTML.begin form, and what that is it's a helper function. So instead of actually having to write the HTML in, what it allows you to do is go HTML. I want a label, HTML, I want a text box, I want an action link, instead of actually having to write the HTML, as you can see here. It just saves a lot of time and is very useful. Okay, and so now I've made the view. If I now run it, there you go, now you can see the HTML is being displayed, and then if I click next, it's just refreshing the page. Now the reason it's doing this is I have yet to put in HTTP GET or POST, so I haven't got anything to handle the form submission or request. So that's clearly the next thing that we need to do. So if I just go like this and go HTTP, and then you'll see it there, HTTP GET, like so. But now we also want a post function because we want to be able to send the user's name off to the next view. So to do this, in the controller class, we're going to add a new method with HTTP post, and what it's going to do is it's going to have a parameter of the type string called name. That's going to be the person who's registering's name, obviously. Return redirect to action. Now the page itself is going to be called details, and it's going to be passing the name as you can see here. So just quickly save that and run that. So as usual, and you'll probably work out now, as you can see I've got an error. It's because the details page has yet to be created, but I'll be doing that in Lab 2. So thank you very much, and I hope that you'll continue on to Lab 2.